If a mistake is made, only blood is paid.
It's not about the money. It's about the challenge.
Den of Thieves 2 Pantera movie marks a high-octane return to the gritty underworld of heists, betrayals, and Wall Street justice, expanding the universe that made the first film a standout in modern action cinema. This sequel aims to push the intensity beyond anything audiences experienced before, amplifying the stakes, deepening the rivalries, and elevating the adrenaline with set pieces that blend tactical precision with cinematic flair. The heart of this new chapter remains focused on a world where loyalty is fleeting, plans unravel in an instant, and every decision could be the last. It is the kind of story that thrives on tension, ambiguity, and the relentless push and pull between law enforcement and criminal mastermind minds, each driven by their own codes, ambitions, and personal demons. From the very beginning, the movie immerses the viewer into a world layered with complex motivations and hardened individuals, whose lives have been shaped by the streets and the long arm of justice alike. The characters, both returning and new, bring a palpable intensity that serves as the engine for the narrative. In this sequel, alliances are tested early and often, forcing familiar faces to confront shadows from their past, while adapting to threats that are larger and more unpredictable than ever before. The title itself, Pantera, suggests danger, elegance, and lethal grace, hinting at the kind of opposition and thematic tension the protagonists will face. In many ways, this chapter becomes a deeper exploration of what it takes to outmaneuver those who hide in plain sight and strike when least expected. Visually, Den of Thieves 2 Pantera movie carries a weighty, almost tactile realism that places equal emphasis on character moments and kinetic action. The filmmakers have doubled down on capturing the grime, grit and grind of street-level conflict, using lighting and camera movement to keep audiences on edge. Whether it's a high-stakes heist in the heart of a bustling city, an ambush in the desert sun, or a close-quarters confrontation in an abandoned industrial complex, the film's aesthetic reinforces the rawness of a world without clear moral boundaries. Every frame feels calculated, as though danger could emerge from every shadow or unseen angle. The narrative's core is driven by a cat-and-mouse dynamic that refuses to let up. Experienced operatives on both sides of the law quickly learn that outthinking the other is just as critical as outgunning them. The criminal crew, seasoned from past jobs and emboldened by their successes, find themselves facing a new breed of adversary, one that matches their intellect, and seems to anticipate their moves before they are made. This leveling of the playing field forces both sides to evolve their tactics, leading to unexpected twists and moments that subvert typical action movie conventions. Trust becomes a currency just as volatile as gunfire, and even the closest confidants begin to show cracks under pressure. The characters bring a level of emotional complexity that anchors the larger-scale action. Personal histories, regrets, and aspirations are woven into the choices they make, giving weight to each decision and consequence. While the film delivers heavy doses of explosive set pieces, its quieter moments reveal the psychological toll of a life spent operating on the edge. Characters are often left questioning their paths, wondering whether the next score, victory, or escape will truly change the narrative of their lives, or whether they are trapped in a cycle that keeps pulling them deeper into danger. The antagonists in this sequel aren't puppets of evil, but nuanced figures with their own justifications and codes, making the conflict feel all the more intense and unpredictable. In Den of Thieves 2 Pantera movie, the line between hero and villain blurs frequently, as each faction confronts the moral compromises required to survive. These layered portrayals give weight to confrontations that might otherwise feel generic, turning every negotiation, betrayal, and violent engagement into a character moment with stakes that extend beyond physical survival. Action sequences are choreographed with an eye toward realism, relying on grounded tactics that emphasize tension, timing, and consequence. Shootouts aren't glorified spectacles but visceral exchanges where cover, communication, and split-second decisions dictate outcomes. High-speed pursuits push vehicles and nerves to their limits, and stealth operations unfold with a sense of urgency that keeps audiences fully invested. Every set piece serves the story-advancing character arcs, while escalating the inevitable collision between opposing forces. Music and sound design play a crucial role in shaping the experience. The score often pulses with a low, taut energy during moments of planning and anticipation before erupting into full orchestral or electronic drive during key action beats. Sound effects are mixed to emphasize impact, whether it's the staccato bark of gunfire, the crunch of boots on gravel, or the hum of engines screaming through urban canyons. These audio elements work in concert to heighten tension, drawing viewers deeper into every precarious situation. The emotional core of the film lies in the relationships between characters who have learned to rely on each other through countless brushes with danger. Brotherhood, loyalty, and betrayal are recurring motifs that ripple throughout the story, shaping how alliances form and fracture. Characters find themselves navigating not only external threats but the internal conflict that arises from unresolved past grievances and unspoken fears. This interplay of personal and professional challenges gives the film a rhythm that balances explosive set pieces with moments of quiet introspection. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Den of Thieves 2 Pantera movie is as much about survival as it is about identity, about how the choices made in the crucible of conflict define who these individuals become. Each confrontation forces characters to confront whether they are driven by revenge, redemption, ambition, or something deeper still. These thematic undercurrents elevate the narrative beyond simple thrills, inviting audiences to consider the cost of life lived in the shadows. The climax ratchets tension to a fever pitch, delivering a resolution that feels both earned and open-ended. Loyalties are tested in the final confrontation, and characters must decide where they stand when everything they've fought for hangs in the balance. The action does not shy away from consequence, confronting characters with losses that leave lasting impact and victories that feel hard-won. It's a culmination that reaffirms the film's larger themes, that in a world defined by chaos and conflict, the decisions made in a single moment can echo long after the smoke clears. Within the broader landscape of action cinema, Den of Thieves 2 Pantera movie stakes its claim as a worthy successor that respects the roots of its predecessor while daring to expand its narrative scope. It doesn't settle for repetition but seeks to explore new emotional and tactical terrain, pushing its characters into uncharted territory. The film challenges expectations, asking its audience not just to watch the spectacle unfold, but to understand the forces that drive these individuals toward inevitable confrontation. Ultimately, the movie celebrates the gritty beauty of a genre built on risk, resilience, and raw human will. Through its layered characters, compelling confrontations, and pulse-pounding action, it invites viewers into a world where every decision comes with a price and every victory demands sacrifice. Den of Thieves 2 Pantera movie stands as a testament to the power of storytelling grounded in realism and heart, proving that even in a landscape of thieves and outlaws, there is room for nuance, complexity, and unforgettable cinematic impact.